Well, there's a mass exodus happening from Fox. I don't think the network's going to dry up overnight, but undeniably, a percentage of the Fox watchers are getting fed up with being lied to. Our old pal, Raw News and Politics, recently did a piece talking about it. Let's have a look at what she had to say, 'cause she brings up an interesting point.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So right-wing media figures and even a percentage of viewers are turning on Fox in the wake of the Dominion revelations. Steve Bannon has been one of the most vocal. You guys may have heard about him calling out at CPAC for war against Fox. And many others are now getting in on this action. White supremacist Laura Loomer referred to Fox owner Rupert Murdoch as a globalist. I mean, that's like the biggest insult you can make. And then the other white supremacist and Donald Trump dinner guest, Nick Fuentes, told his audience that Fox host Tucker Carlson is, quote, really not with us. And former Fox host Glenn Beck told his audience,
that's a bigger deal than it seems. When a white supremacist like Fuentes, by the way, he's an outright white supremacist. Like, that's his shtick. When he says Carlson isn't with us, it means Tucker Carlson doesn't support white supremacy. That's what he's saying. This is huge because Carlson specifically dog whistles to that crowd. He does a lot of his shows are on their segments are focused on the Great Replacement Theory, where he talks about birth rates and trying to get rid of white people. It's gross, but he's gross. He's not doing that, just because that's something he's a fan of. That's something he believes. Nothing he does is because he believes it. He's doing that because he wants that audience. And if you've got the craziest of the crazies saying that Carlson isn't with us, ooh, that's a big blow. That's a real big blow.
Us. And former Fox host Glenn Beck told his audience, quote, I have heard more and more people say, I just don't trust it anymore. I don't watch it like I used to. And then Beck also claims that he's, quote, hearing rumblings that is coming apart at the seams on the inside.
Ooh, that's from a former Fox host. Ooh, mercy me.
And a Daily Wire host called it embarrassing that Fox was hosting Sidney Powell while, behind the scenes, they're all talking shit about her and saying how absurd it all was. And then, of course, Fox competitors are just having a field day with all of these newly exposed texts and emails and this lawsuit. They're just loving this. They're calling Fox the anti-Trump network. And Newsmax host Eric Bolling said in regard to Tucker Carlson, he, quote, can't understand how a guy who can portray himself as a huge Trump fan on television, saying he hates him passionately, is very, very much looking forward to the day he didn't have to cover Trump being in the White House every day.
Oh, I'm eating it up. Eating it up. Love it. Keep it going.
Yeah, he just doesn't understand how that happens, how they can do that and justify that in their mind as if they're not as full of shit over at Newsmax. As for Fox viewers, a recent survey found that in regard to viewers 18 and older, 21% say they trust the network less now. This is viewers who watch Fox. And when the pollsters spoke with
just want to be clear. I don't think she's as impressed by that number. I'm real impressed by that number. 21% of Fox viewers willing to tell a pollster that they trust Fox less. Ooh, that's devastating. That is devastating for Fox. That's great for, the rest of the world. But that's devastating for Fox.
General respondents, meaning people who watch Fox and then also people who don't, only 16% of the general population say that they still trust Fox. A whopping 42% said that they continue to not trust Fox. So didn't before, don't now. And a checked out 30% of respondents said they have no opinion. When asked if they're still watching Fox as much as before, 9% said no, they've curtailed their viewing. And that was evident in the answers to specific.
I have to say, the 30% that said no opinion, come on. Those are 30% of people. I'm just speculating, but my thoughts, that's the same 30% that said, I don't know how I feel about Trump in 2016, and then voted for the guy. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be a Fox News fan. A lot of people, it's like doing heroin. They know it's wrong. They know it's not something you should admit to publicly, but they're going to do it anyway. It's the 32% of people, 30-ish%, whatever it was, of people that have enough self-awareness to know that they probably shouldn't admit to getting their information from Fox. But it's still the information they want to hear. And I think what a lot of people don't understand about Fox is not is the chain of events, the direction it goes. It doesn't start with Fox doing an investigation and then presenting them with facts, and then those facts sway them. Fox finds out what their audience wants to hear and then tells them that. So Fox is where you go to confirm your dirtiest, worst thoughts. Fox is where you go to find out how you can express in polite company awful opinions. That's what Fox does.
Evident in the answers to specific questions about particular primetime hosts. When asked if their opinions of Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingraham had changed after these Dominion voting revelations, 16% of Fox viewers said their opinion is less favorable now of those three. Sadly, though, 52% say, no, opinion hasn't changed, remains favorable toward these three liars. And here's the really disturbing part. Knowing what they know now, with all of these internal communications, Sidney Powell's crazy, internally decapitated source for her election fraud lies, 50% of Fox viewers still believe the election was stolen. Only 13% of respondents said that the Dominion revelations had changed their minds, and they now no longer believe that the election was rigged. That's it. I guess that's better.
Look, that's huge, though. Respect to this gal. She does fantastic reporting. I view it more optimistically. Good Lord. I view it more optimistically. Weird times. 15% changed their mind when confronted with that information. That is huge. That's tremendous. And by the way, if ever you needed evidence to point to the effectiveness of something like the unsubscribe challenge, which we recommend taking on this channel, there it is. Imagine for a moment that 100 people take the unsubscribe challenge, where you with somebody who watches Fox, and you challenge them to show you a clip from media that they watch. Of course, they select Fox. You watch it with them, and you find that they get the facts wrong because you guys watch it with Google available. You do some basic fact checking. Boom. Facts wrong. And 15 out of those 100 people never resubscribe. Never resubscribe because they got embarrassed by the network they had relied on. That's powerful. It's 15 people. Wait a minute. 15 people joining the land of the sane. I'd strongly recommend issuing that challenge because, as we've seen with this, once you can demonstrate that they are getting their information from a poisoned source, the loyalty to that source goes away. It's a powerful thing. Give it a thought. Give it some thought.
For the nothing, but
I'd say.
How are you so out of touch with reality that you still believe this fairy tale after learning that one of their sources is a cactus artist? A cactus artist who gets her election fraud information from song lyrics and in the grocery checkout line.
What she is referring to, if you weren't aware, was the lady that wrote Sidney Powell and told her that Dominion voting, yada yada yada, where what kicked Sidney Powell off, or maybe she wrote Maria Bartiromo. I forget which it was. I think it was Sidney Powell. But anyway, the lady that claimed to have information on Dominion voting machines said she got it from visions that she had, and she also said that she believed she was in quote unquote internally decapitated, and that she received a lot of her information, all of her information, from visions. This is where these conspiracies come from. The visions of somebody who is quite obviously mentally unwell, in need of help, and does not know a single thing about how voting works in the United States of America. Certainly not someone you should do a rebellion on the word of. Not worth doing a coup based on the internally decapitated lady. But I'll answer her question. How can these people still believe it? It's pretty simple, actually. Fox is the only source on television that says what they believe already. And that's it. They're not eager to give up Fox. They're not willing to give up Fox because without Fox, there's nobody in an arena that they consider to be legitimate that is saying what they want to hear. And so if they were to give up Fox, they would have to do some self-reflection, and they're not prepared to do that. But a lot of people have the courage or simply are in a place where they are ready to do self-reflection. And a lot of those people who weren't ready today might be ready tomorrow. Take the unsubscribe challenge with them. We're going to win people over like this.
I mean, how are you so entrenched in your partisan beliefs that you are willing to ignore the fact that this so-called source believes she's internally decapitated?
As she just said, because they are entrenched. They're entrenched. They're resisting the truth intentionally. They are making efforts to ignore the truth.
And that the wind tells her she's a ghost. That's their source. And so many of these people are still like, no, yeah, still believe it. I still think that there is a basis for it. Oh my God. Like I said before, crazy. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Appreciate it so much.
So what can you do? I recommend taking the unsubscribe challenge with Fox, folks. Link to the video discussing what that is in the description. But here it is summarized. Go to people in your community that are dosing this poison every night. If you hear somebody in your community who is just rattling off this crazy stuff, ask them to show you a video clip. In fact, we're doing every Friday now a version of the unsubscribe challenge. Ask them to show you a video clip. You show them a video clip on the same topic from a source you believe will get it right. And the both of you fact check. Who's ever person gets a fact wrong first, they lose the challenge. What's the cost of losing the challenge? They have to unsubscribe from that source of news for 1 week. Just 1 week. They want to resubscribe in 7 days. That they're not welching on the bet. Why is it limited like that? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, you might lose. Ari Melber, your old pal Jake, everybody who talks about this stuff or attempts to talk about this stuff as a job talks about so much stuff, they might get something wrong. And by the way, the difference is whether or not they're willing to own up to that and inform their audience with as much vigor when they are wrong to make sure they make it right. The other reason, though, is that you don't want someone to feel that everything's on the line. Your goal is not to scare them. Your goal is to show them they are being lied to. There's a third benefit to this. That means they're going to have to watch genuine news. They're going to have to watch people that, if you're even doing Vaush, God, I just did it. Crazy. Vosh. If you're watching the Young Turks, if you're watching Midas Touch, if you're watching WYCD Wicked, which of course stands for What You Can Do, then they are going to be seeing people honestly discussing these issues. Whether they agree with them or not, it's going to be honest discussion. And they're going to get a sense for what that looks like. And they're going to start seeing the flaws in their own media. Issue the unsubscribe challenge. It can only be healthy for folks. And by the way, you have nothing to fear from watching the other guys. You're not going to get sucked into a rabbit hole where you're suddenly a massive Fox fan because you saw a clip of Tucker Carlson. You already you have media literacy. So the bull will smell like it to you.